internet.
Let's go to Bill in West Hartford, Connecticut. You will find him to be an atheist and amateur astronomer. There, I beat you to it, Bill.
Yes, thank you, George. Thank you. Leonard, let me get right to it. For the last 2 years out of 3 years on George Norrie's New Year's Eve show, I always say that this will be the year, whatever year it was, that science, by data-driven experimentation, finally discovers other universes, meaning the multiverse, as well as other dimensions, using the Large Hadron Collider. So my two questions involve, A, the LISA spacecraft, laser interferometry space antenna that relates to gravitational waves, that relates to potentially the multiverse of the universes, and B, the Large Hadron Collider and other dimensions. So question number one, now that we've had the LISA Pathfinder launched by ESA this year, European Space Agency, and has proved out the concept of LISA, the evolved LISA, that is planned to be launched in 2034. Do you think that when LISA is launched, and I hope it will be launched much sooner than 2034, the LISA spacecraft, that will be a spacecraft, space gravity wave detector, in other words, would that be able to detect other universes? Because I think I've read that gravity is the only force that could be travel between universes. Question number two, on other dimensions in our universe, do you think this year, 2016, now that the LHC is up to its, I think, 14 tetra-electron volt level, will it be able to detect other dimensions?
Well, good questions. On the first question, LISA will be able to detect gravity waves like LIGO does, but at different frequencies because it will be a much larger device because it's different things floating in space and communicating with a much greater separation. But I don't see where that would detect other universes. Now, I think what you were alluding to maybe was Lisa Randall's theory about gravity leaking into other dimensions, which I don't know. I mean, there's no evidence for that. It was an interesting theory about, it must be 20 years ago now, but there really hasn't been evidence for that happening. Whether or not we'll find some surprise measurement that could be interpreted as being some interaction with another universe, I don't know. In terms of the LHC, same answer, really. I don't see any reason to expect that we would. And in most, you have to understand that, of course, there are different theories that predict multiverses, and so there's different versions of that. And in most cases, it's not possible to even detect or interact with those other universes. That doesn't mean that the theory doesn't say it's there. We have a theory of our universe, which as a necessary element implies other universes. That's perfectly okay in science, even if we can't observe those other universes, and we would think of them as being real, even if we can't interact with them, because they're demanded by the theory of our own universe. And I think that's what it's the situation that we seem to be in.